35192. You want to send me a text. Guardians live in a little over an hour. Guardians are back on the field tonight. They took last night off. And a decent run against the Astros. They start up at Comerica Park tonight against the Tigers, 7-10. It's the first of three, and then they head up to Toronto to play the Blue Jays the remainder of the week, and then they'll come back home to play the Tigers next week. If you listen to us on iHeartRadio from out of state, tell me where. Rodney is a bureau chief in Dallas. Jeff listens in Grafton, Massachusetts. Ryan's in San Diego. Nick is our chief science correspondent out in Seattle. Nathan is in Cincinnati. Did Nathan come out to your shows?
I don't think so.
Probably would have known, because, boy, when Nathan from Cincinnati walks in the room...
Everybody's like, oh, there's Nathan.
There's Nathan from Cincinnati.
You know what I did do while I was down there? I did meet Rachel Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
She came out to a show.
Yeah. How did that go?
It was great. She's very kind.
Very nice. Kind.
Very nice lady.
A nice lady? You make her sound like she's 65 years old.
Well, what am I supposed to...
I don't know.
We work together.
No, you don't.
We work on the same station. We work for the same company. I have a girlfriend. What am I supposed to say?
Girlfriend, right. I keep forgetting about the girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend.
See, before there are all those butthole pictures on Instagram, and that would constantly remind me. Now I forget.
Different girl.
What's the new one's hook button? Did she have a hook?
No. We like each other a lot.
Well, that's always the case. Yeah. But, I mean, you're not dating anybody you don't like. But
I just get along very well.
Okay, good.
But yeah, Rachel Elliott, good time. Talked about the biz a bit, and she's from up here.
Okay.
And then she went out to Chicago.
Yep.
And then ended up in Cincinnati.
What'd she do there?
That's where she went to school.
Where'd she go?
DePaul.
DePaul. That's the one.
Okay.
DePaul.
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 How'd she end up in Cincinnati?
That's where a job was offered to her.
Oh, okay.
So she has been there, and yeah, she likes it.
Good.
And she does stuff for us as well on MMS.
You mean us? That's how she
Us.
pronounces it. Yeah, us. Yeah. That's her thing. Listen, everybody's got, I was explaining regional dialects and regional twangs to my daughter last night, She's working on accents.
Enthralling conversation.
Well, she's working on accents.
Yeah.
And so I said, well,
did you record some of her accents? I hope so.
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, I want to hear. What accents is she working on?
I'll wait until they're more refined.
Okay, all right.
Well, she's waiting on a southern accent because I told her that's what her grandfather sounded like when he first moved up to Illinois.
Hi, y'all. It's Nora.
Yeah, it's a little bit broader than that. Right now, Lord, this, I said, no, it's just a little bit lazy. It's not, And she's working on, every kid has a Peppa Pig phase. Hers is way behind her. She's more into Bluey now, but every kid at some point tries the British thing, and that's not real strong with her right now.
Now, which one's Bluey?
Bluey's this Australian cartoon about a family of blue healers. That's like the big cartoon of the moment. It's called Bluey. And season 3 premieres tomorrow night, I believe. And there are myriad parents listening right now who know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's cute because as opposed to a lot of these other cartoons, I think it's a little bit more rooted in reality, Like I think there's an episode where they take a hurt animal to the vet and it dies. Rather than it miraculously flies away at the end.
Now we're talking.
That's what I'm saying. So
let's kill some pets.
Kill some pets.
Let the TV teach the children about death, so we don't have to do it.
Yeah, she didn't really have a problem with death.
Not yet she doesn't.
Well, not until I go. God, Gwen gets so mad when I do math in front of our daughter. She'll go, oh, that person's 23. And I go, Dad's going to be 68 when you're... Or I'll refer to myself as an old dad, and she'll just look at Gwen and be like, what is he talking about? And Gwen will give me the icy stare. I go, I'm sorry.
You're preparing her for it.
I'm always doing math. I'm an old dad. I'm like, I'm not old, but I'm an old dad. There aren't other dads my age at the first grade. I'm the old dad.
That's
so,
It's your fault.
Do you give advice?
To whom?
Like to the younger dads?
No.
Like, that are struggling. They're like, oh, man.
They're doing fine. They're no. What am I going to say?
I didn't know if they come to you for, like, you're a vet. Like, you've been through this.
No, I've talked to people who don't even know I have older kids because they only see me at elementary school, right? They don't know. You're like, your relationship extends to saying hi to them when you're dropping your kid off or whatever. When we were in Jersey, that was a family house. My wife's stepmom's family owns that house, and so some of the other people, they're all relatives of, and we all kind of know each other. They didn't know I had older kids.
Right.
So, no, trust me, no one in their right mind would ask me for parenting advice, nor would I give it.
The older kids you have, I thought that was a bit this whole time.
It is a bit, but I'm trying to get everybody to go along with it, Bill.
Way to ruin it.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know.
He ruined it.
Oh, I stepped all over that one.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. No, I would never. No one asks me for advice.
You don't have any, like, fans amongst, like, the carpool dads?
Yeah, I do. Sure.
Okay.
But they don't. They don't even ask me about, like, the show because I think they feel weird about it,
I'm
and
sure
that's
they probably
just
do.
fine with me. I'm happy to talk about it if somebody wants to. I've heard through the grapevine on a couple of occasions they'd be like, "Well, he doesn't really want to be that guy, so he doesn't want to ask you." I go, "That's totally fine. Like, I know them now, so you can, but those aren't the kind of conversations."
Hear that, guys? The floodgates are open.
No, they're
Ask
just
him
like-
anything you want about the show.
they're like
Make
very-
it the topic of conversation anytime you see him.
It's not even that ship has sailed. It's like no, it's there's we have a handful of like friends that we can hang out with and talk about stuff, but most of the dads, they're like surface conversations, and that's fine. That's what I excel at.
You don't surf.
Huh?
What?
Surface, Mary, not surfing conversations.
It's about Microsoft tablets.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello, Bill.
Hey, who's this?
Bill? Bill. Bill is Wilhelmina.
Okay. The music should give it away.
What music?
Don't worry about it. How you doing?
I'm okay, Bill. I'm so sad, though.
Why are you so
Because
sad?
I heard you leaving the radio.
No,
And
no.
I have to tell you, you were the only reason that I listened to that God-forsaken... I hesitate to use any kind of expletives, Bill.
That's good.
But that show you're on, it
Ye-
sucks, Bill.
Well, I'm not actually leaving the radio. We're just moving to a different studio.
What?
Yeah.
Bill, I wish you had told me that before.
Why? What'd you do?
I sold my house, Bill.
How'd you sell your house?
Because it's a seller's market.
Well, you'll still be able to listen to the radio even without a house.
Not if you're not on it, Bill. What? Oh, no.
How much did you sell your house for, if you don't mind me asking?
$17,000.
And how much did you pay for it?
I got so much money for it, Bill.
That's pretty good. Depending on how much you paid for it. How much did you pay for it?
$435,000.
Ooh, you are a little underwater there.
I took what is referred... I don't know a lot about real estate, but I took what is referred to as a loss.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I just don't understand why you would sell your house.
Because I sold my house and everything in it, Bill, because you were going to be off the radio and I didn't know what to do.
But I'm not going to be off the radio. Even when I travel, I still try to find a way to be on the radio.
When do you travel, Bill?
I was just in Cincinnati last week.
Who?
I was in the city of Cincinnati, not a person named
I've
Cincinnati.
never heard of it, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Well, now I gotta find a place to live.
Do you think you could be a roommate with Poundcake? I think he could use an extra roommate. You guys could share a bed together, right?
No.
Bill, I even have a better idea.
What's that?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Bill?
Rob a bank?
Don't you have room where you live, Bill?
No. No.
You don't have any room, Bill.
Not even a little bit.
I mean, I do take up a lot of space, but I sold all my possessions, so I don't have anything.
Well, why don't you take all the money you made and use that to rent an apartment or something?
I made $17,000, Bill.
That's enough to rent an apartment.
I guess, but I'm looking for a new house now.
Well, you can use that for a down payment.
How about if I just stay with you for a little bit?
I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should keep this professional, where you're the listener and I'm the guy on the radio.
It would still be professional, Bill.
I don't think you living with me is professional. I'm sorry. I gotta put boundaries down. I can't just invite any customer that is homeless into my house.
How many? So I'm just another customer to you, Bill. How many?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Bill.
The bitch is getting pissed. About to lose your teeth, Bill.
What happened?
I think she hung up.
Oh.
Or her phone got taken because she sold everything. Oh no.
She's, I'm just another customer.
Gotta keep my car. That was an interesting Wilhelmina call. That went in different directions than normally goes.
I stepped out to have a whiz, Bill. What happened?
So this lady that calls on the show, she's a big fan of mine. Also likes the entire show. She didn't say anything about the entire show.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Good. I like to hit
She
people where
said-
they live.
yeah.
Fantastic.
She said...
Well, she doesn't actually.
Well, hold on. I'll get there. So she misunderstood the fact that she thought we were going to be off the radio. She didn't understand that we were just moving to a new studio. And so she sold her home that she paid $400,000 for $17,000.
Oh, no.
And all her possessions.
What a terrible, terrible deal.
Right, a pretty bad deal, and also a pretty odd thing to do without having all the information. But and then she asked if she could come live with me. And
You
I
know how
said,
many people
no.
go off half-cocked, Bill.
Yep.
Oh, half-cocked.
So yeah, she asked if she could move in with me, and I said no. And then Poundcake started laughing at her, and she hung up.
Oh, no.
Well,
Poundcake laughed right in her face.
Well, that's unfortunate.
He's very mean.
But that's him. He's spiteful.
He laughs at other people's misfortune.
He does. He considers his... we've already established that he has no concept of what the nature of a compliment should be. Something as simple as a compliment to him in his hands can turn into a loaded weapon.
I know what a compliment is. And then when I got a big load, I go put it in there.
Then give each one of us a compliment.
Oh,
Poundcake style.
Jars. Okay, we'll start with Mary.
You can't even do it.
You are a beautiful bitch.
Thanks.
See, he's doing shtick. You need to try giving her a compliment.
She is very smart. I could always go to her for
Like I said, stop doing shtick.
I am. She's very smart. I can always go to her.
Come on, say something real.
I can always go to her for advice. She's very welcoming, and she's pretty. She's pretty enough to have an OnlyFans.
Does he go to you for advice?
I do.
Pretty enough to have an OnlyFans. You hear that?
You have... Oh, I was going to say you have feet on there. But that's not
Thank you,
OnlyFans.
Carl.
Pretty enough. Yeah, okay. Bill, he's selfless. He's funny.
I got funny.
I didn't
you
get
get
it
funny.
It's okay.
You remind me of a big...
That's enough. I don't need any more.
Okay.
Yeah, how did he whiff on funny for you?
All right. He doesn't think I am.
Oh,
Comedy is
okay.
subjective. It's
I'll
fine.
tell you what. Seriously.
Well, she's
All right, so those are
No,
compliments.
don't
He did
walk
some
it back.
compliments.
Wait, he has to do Alan.
No, he doesn't have to do me.
Yes, he does.
No,
Yes, he
he's
does.
my subordinate. I don't need him complimenting me.
your swoop is.
Shut up, Poundcake.
Okay.
You're swoop.
Swoop.
You do have a swoop.
Shut up, Poundcake.
One fatal swoop. So Bill is funny. You're
And selfless.
Selfless. Why? Because you picked him up a couple times?
No,
Is
he
that where
was-
he's getting that?
He raised 2 kids on it, not on his own.
I
but
raised
like
all
that-
3 of
that-
them, stupid.
Okay, 3 kids. That weren't his.
You have kids? Huh.
I did, I guess.
And Mary is very kind-hearted. Yeah, she's great. I can always go to her for advice.
Listen to how hard it is for him to get out compliments, though.
It is. It's very difficult.
I'm good. I'm just.
I can always go to her for advice.
I can,
But you can go to anyone for advice.
but
It's the quality of the advice
she
that's
gives
the
good
important-
advice.
Do you take it?
Yes, especially about my diet.
Why is she shaking her head
Does he take it?
in disagreement?
No, of course not.
No, he doesn't take it.
It's okay though. I'm glad you feel comfortable talking to me.
Well, you're not obligated to take anyone's advice,
No.
obviously.
I was waiting for like the backhanded regular Cody compliments. Your teeth look good because they used to be jacked. Or something like that.
I don't ever remember.
bitch.
You ain't no more though. I'm just saying.
Well, no, that's why I didn't want him doing shtick. But
That's
again,
not what I wanted.
you were a snaggletooth bitch.
Yes, I was.
And then you got your
She
things
was
going.
a snaggletooth person.
Sorry, snaggletooth person.
Thank you.
That was sometimes bitchy.
But it was mostly because of the alcohol.
And then you were like, I got to fix this. I need my glow up. And that's where that came from.
And over the years, she's gotten very good on the radio.
Yeah. I
More
am
slamming doors.
better. I can have a conversation.
Yup.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Lots of skills.
She's like Onyx up in this bitch. She's like, let the boys be boys. Just slam.
We boys make some noise. Just slam. Make them only get the children slam. We boys make some noise. Just slam. Big slamming doors. Big slamming doors. Big like she runs.
I know. I'm just trying, I'm trying to do a show. Bitch slamming doors, bitch slamming doors, bitch slamming doors.
I just remember that day because she just came in she tried to not draw any attention to herself, and in doing that, she drew the most attention to herself. I was like, "Why
For
is
the
this?"
last time, I had
The handle
lotion
slipped
on
out
my
of her
hand.
hand.
No, I kicked it shut. But I only used my foot because I had lotion.
I thought it slipped out of your hand.
It did
what
not.
made it so
I
funny-
kicked it.
What made it so funny is because I've been in that spot many times where it's like, don't draw any attention to yourself. Try to sneak in quietly. See, it's usually with a fart. I'm like, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out quietly. It's gonna come out quietly, and then just
Hold on,
ruins
do
everything.
your fart noise again. It's a new sound. Even your farts sound like your face.
That is gross.
They sound like my face.
Yeah, like the way you that would be a pound cake fart.
It sound like my face. Okay.
Squidward. It's harder and harder for me to watch SpongeBob with my daughter because Squidward is pound cake.
We have the same nose.
So I'm like, oh, God. It's like I'm at work. Hey, I got to take a break. If you want to text for something, 35192. If you are listening on the iHeartRadio app, you can leave us messages there.